Sleep paralysis is something that I've been experiencing since I was about 15 or 16. And if you guys don't know what it is or haven't experienced sleep paralysis before, sleep paralysis is basically when you're conscious but unable to move. And it occurs when a person passes between the stages of wakefulness and sleep. There are actually 3 categories of sleep paralysis. The first one, a sensed presence, which is when the person feels the presence of an evil or a threatening individual. Second, incubus hallucinations, in which the person might feel someone or something pressing down uncomfortably or even painfully on their chest or abdomen, or trying to choke them. Third, vestibular motor hallucinations, during which the individual thinks that they are floating, flying, or moving. These may also sometimes include out-of-body experiences, in which the person thinks that their spirit or mind has left their body and is moving and observing events from above. And amongst those categories, the first type, a sensed presence, is one of the most commonly experienced by people with sleep paralysis. And that's exactly the type of sleep paralysis that I've experienced. And this is how I experienced sleep paralysis for the first time. I was actually at my grandmother's house, and when I slept, I remember seeing this dark room, and suddenly a figure appeared, and there's like a backlight to showcase the figure, and the figure was wearing those type of like scary stuff that like Grim Reapers wear, and I saw it coming towards me. And at the time I didn't know what sleep paralysis was, and it must have definitely peed my pants at that point. But then as it was coming towards me, I woke up. And that was like one of the scariest experiences that I've ever had in my life. And after experiencing sleep paralysis for a couple more times, I looked into the internet and realized what sleep paralysis is, and I kind of became more fascinated, but also still pretty terrified. Sleep paralysis is not a disease, it's just an experience that some people have when the transition between different stages of sleep is not smooth. And I actually remembered quite a few more sleep paralysis experiences that I want to share. One time I found myself in my countryside house, and it felt like my eyes were like filtered by green, gooey, and scary filter. So I saw like everything in this scary image, and I felt like I hear someone talking to me, like whispering to me, as in like an ASMR type video. This is a vanilla bean cupcake. But like the scary version of ASMR, and it was like someone praying or something, and that creeped me out so much. The next one, and probably the most common and least scariest one that I experienced, was a sensation of falling down while walking without being able to move. Of course I didn't actually fall down, but the sensation made it really seem like it. And the fact that I was unable to move made it a lot scarier. The scariest sleep paralysis experience that I've ever had was when I felt like I was waking up on my own bed, but it turns out to be a hospital bed. And there were 2 people dragging the bed forward. I then looked forward and saw 2 silhouettes standing there. And then the bed turns out to be my own bed again for whatever reason. Confusing, right? The fact that it was so confusing made it a lot creepier. The thing that made sleep paralysis different from a dream for me is that you know that you're awake in sleep paralysis, and you know that you can't move, and you feel really helpless. And I feel like that's the factor that made it so scary. So those are the ones that I remember. I actually have a lot more sleep paralysis experiences, but I feel like nowadays I kind of know that it's sleep paralysis. So I know that it's kind of scary, but it's definitely better than the first couple of times that I had it. WebMD.com states that up to as many as 4 out of every 10 people may have sleep paralysis, and it is a common condition often first noticed in teen years, which is true from my personal experience. Some of the factors that may be linked to sleep paralysis include lack of sleep, sleep schedule that changes, I actually agree with this, mental conditions such as stress or bipolar disorder, sleeping on the back, narcolepsy or nighttime leg cramps, those on certain medications, and substance abuse. But sleep paralysis is not bad for everyone. Medical's News Today, which seems like a trustworthy website, talks about how some people actually like sleep paralysis. These hallucinations were found to involve feelings of floating and out-of-body experiences, which are associated with feelings of bliss rather than fear. It kinda sounds like the feeling of floating comes from something else rather than sleep paralysis. But I for sure have never experienced happy sleep paralysis before in my life, and I don't think I'll ever experience it. So yeah guys, that's my experience with sleep paralysis. If you have any interesting experience with sleep paralysis and want to share, please comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a big thumbs up down below. And also, please don't forget to subscribe to see more videos from me, and click on the notification bell next to it to make sure that you're notified whenever a new video has been released. And finally, I'm at Scotty on all my social medias. Thanks so much for watching. This is Scotty Zoo signing out.